So, you want to go from feeling stuck in English to speaking with real confidence? Well, you're in the right place. We're about to walk through a clear, step-by-step roadmap that's made specifically for Nepali medium students just like you. Let's jump right in. Does this feel familiar? You can probably read English pretty well, maybe even write it. But when it's time to actually speak, the words just get stuck. It's like they're trapped in your head. That feeling is exactly what we're going to fix today. And trust me, you are so not alone in this. So what's the solution? Instead of just feeling lost and frustrated, what you really need is a plan, a map. And that's what this is, your personal 6 to 12 month roadmap that takes you all the way to speaking English with genuine confidence. Okay, let's look at the big picture. Here's our entire journey broken down into 4 simple stages. First, we build a rock-solid foundation. Then we start finding our voice by really focusing on speaking and listening. After that, we add a little grammar to boost our confidence. And finally, we dive into full immersion, which makes it all feel natural. Ready to take that first step? Let's get into phase 1. All right, phase 1, the first 2 months. This is all about building your base. Think of it like putting down the foundation for a house. The work you put in right here, right now, supports everything else that comes later. So let's make it strong. The goal for this phase is super clear and, more importantly, totally achievable. In just 2 months, you're going to know between 500 and 800 of the most common words and be able to put them into simple sentences. That's it. No pressure, just a solid starting point. So, how are we going to get there? With a simple 45-minute routine every day. That's less than an hour. You'll spend 15 minutes learning new words, 20 minutes listening and repeating what you hear on YouTube, and then 10 minutes talking to yourself in the mirror. Yeah, it might feel a little silly at first, but believe me, this part is a game changer. Okay, you've built that foundation, and now the really fun part begins. Months 3 to 5 are all about taking those words you've learned and turning them into actual conversations. It is time to find your voice. So, for this next phase, our goal gets a serious upgrade. We're moving beyond just knowing words. Now, the aim is to actually understand and speak English at a normal conversational speed. This is where the language really starts to feel alive. Your daily routine is going to level up too. We're going to introduce a really powerful technique called shadowing. It's simple. You listen to a native speaker and you try to talk right along with them, copying their rhythm and their tone. It's almost like singing along to your favorite song. Then you'll practice some common phrases, and most importantly, you'll start talking to real people, either on an app or just with a friend who's also learning. Now, let's talk about a few small pronunciation tweaks that make a huge difference, especially for Nepali speakers. First, really work on that difference between the V sound, like in very, and the W sound, like in worry. Next, practice that th sound in words like think and this. And a quick grammar fix. Always say I am going, not I am go. I promise, nailing these little details will make you sound so much clearer. All right, look at you. You're halfway there. You're speaking more and feeling more comfortable. Now it's time to polish things up a bit. For the next 3 months, we're going to focus on grammar. But don't worry. This is not about memorizing boring rules. This is about building the confidence to say exactly what you mean. Our goal here is all about clarity. We want you to be able to have longer, more interesting conversations with fewer mistakes. See, grammar isn't about being perfect. It's about being understood clearly. And when people understand you easily, your confidence just skyrockets. And here's the best part. You do not need to learn the entire grammar book. Just focus on these 5 high-impact areas. Tenses, how to ask questions, some basic prepositions, articles, and using there is or there are. Honestly, if you can master just these 5 things, you've handled like 80% of all everyday English grammar. That's a huge win. Welcome to the final phase. You've made it. Now we shift from structured studying to something way more powerful and way more fun, making English a natural part of your everyday life. This is where you go from just speaking English to actually living it. So, it's time to just dive in. Watch English movies, but here's the key. Turn on the English subtitles, not Nepali. Pick up some simple English books. Join a few online groups where people only chat in English. And here's a little pro tip. Record yourself speaking on your phone and then listen back to it. It might feel strange, but it is the single best way to catch your own mistakes and hear how much you're improving. So, we've got the roadmap, right? But a map is totally useless if you don't have the right mindset to actually follow it. So let's talk about the 4 most important rules that are going to fuel this entire journey for you. Think of these as the engine that makes the car go. Rule number 1, and this is the big one, it is non-negotiable. You have to speak every single day, even if it's just for 5 minutes. You can't learn how to swim by reading a book about it, right? You have to get in the water. Speaking is the only way forward. Okay, rule number 2, you have to give yourself permission to be messy. Mistakes are not a sign that you're failing. They are proof that you are trying. They're literally the stepping stones to fluency. Every single fluent speaker you admire has made thousands and thousands of mistakes to get where they are. So go ahead, embrace them. Now, this next one might sound a little strange, but stick with me, because it's a game changer. Don't fight your natural habit of thinking in Nepali first. Use it. Use it as a bridge. Form your thought completely in Nepali and then consciously translate it into English. At first, it's slow, but over time, that process becomes faster and faster until it's almost automatic. And finally, we have the golden rule. Consistency is so much more important than perfection. A messy 30 minutes of practice every single day is a million times better than a perfect 3-hour study session just once a week. It's those small daily habits that create huge results over time. So I want you to remember this. Thousands of students from a Nepali medium background, students just like you, have followed a path just like this one and are now speaking English with confidence. It is 100% possible. You can do this. So, the journey officially starts right now. We've laid out the entire roadmap for you. But a map doesn't do any good just sitting there. You have to take the first step. So my question for you is this. What is the very first small step you are going to take? Today.